Namaste, dear listeners. Welcome to the Iowa channel, Astro in with Abhi. Oneness in astrology and spirituality, bringing in awareness by Abhi. Now, we're going to talk about the Kundalini. Um, this is one of my most frequent questions. Um, I'm going to explain from awareness, Bobby, on the actual word of Kundalini, what it means. Now, Kundalini refers to the dimension of energy that is yet to realize its potential. It's the dormant energy. It doesn't know yet. Now, we must understand that there's a huge volume of energy within us that is yet to find its potential. It's just there waiting dormant like a coiled serpent. Because what you call as a human being is still in the making. We are not yet a fully fledged human being. We are just human. We are becoming. We are not an absolute entity of being human. There is a constant scope to making ourselves into a better human being. Therefore, we are saying we need to be a better version of ourselves. So, for example, when we were a monkey, we did not desire to become a man. Nature just pushed us like this. But once we become human, there is no more unconscious evolution. If we are unconscious, the same endless cycle of the same nonsense will go on. Evolution will come to us only if we are seeking it consciously. So if we become conscious, evolution or any change cannot happen without the necessary energy. Change must happen with energy. So the process of evolution allowed a huge volume of energy untapped. So if we've become conscious, we could use this to make something fantastic out of it. It's basically a treasure on which we are sitting. But if we are looking in the wrong direction, we will never know that there is a treasure. So we're basically sitting on a jackpot. You know, that's what it is. Now, how to plug into the ultimate source? So if you look at your house, there's a plug point in the wall. The plug point does not actually produce any power. There's a huge power station sitting elsewhere that is producing the power, but it cannot give you that power directly. It is the plug point that gives you the access. Though most people have not even thought about the power station and have no concept of what it is, they just know that if they plug an appliance into the plug point, the appliance will run. Nobody knows that it's coming from somewhere else. Now, there is a plug point within the human body, and it's not a 3-pin point, it's a 5-pin point. With the human body, it is not a 3-pin point, but a 5-pin point. And you basically, I've done a podcast on the 7 chakras. The Muladhara is like a plug point. The Muladhara is right at the base. That is why it's known as the Muladhara. Muladhara means the basic, fundamental or basic, the 5 of the remaining 6 chakras are the plug. Now the 7th one, known as the Sahasra, it is like a light bulb. So if you plug it in, everything about you glows if you properly plugged it in. Keeping the lights on for 24 hours of the day is not an issue anymore. You don't have to turn off your power because you're worried the battery might run out. You can just keep it on blatantly because you plugged into the source. Now, even right now, you still have energy. You can, you are listening to me. It means that you have life. There's energy is functioning, but in a very minuscule way. Just a small part of it is functioning. If the whole of it becomes available to you, if it is properly plugged in, there is no limit to what you can do out of it. Even with the plug point at home, once you are plugged in, you can make light happen. You can get the air conditioning on, you can have the heater on, you can have the television, anything you want. Just at one power point, you can do so many things. Unfortunately, most human beings are not plugged in. They are trying to generate their own power. So they eat 5 times a day, but still they are tired most of the time. It is a struggle to keep life going. Energy is not just in terms of physical energy or activity. Energy is in terms of life. Existence is energy, isn't it? So the basis of existence is energy. If we know that basis, it is like knowing the foundations of life. Now, if you understand the ways of energy, you know the whole mechanics of creation. So if you are plugged in, you know what power is, what it can do, and what you can make out of it. You are plugged into an endless source of power. Now, for me, that is what Kundalini is. Right? I'm gonna explain in my next podcast how to plug in the Kundalini. All right. So thank you very much, dear listeners. Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna.